Alright guys, Supreme Kami over here. So let's actually go back to some regular programs over here talking about some Thursday night update over here. So I think they addressed a little bit of some mining issue that was they have updated over here. So I'm not really gonna go in depth to any of these over here. So they're definitely something worth you guys are looking into if you guys have faced any of these issues in your gameplays within the recent days over here. So in terms of what we have for tonight, let's see. They drop a preview for the next arena over here, so it's going to be number 97, right on time as they're going to be dropping, or even in the footnotes. Well, we have seen that it actually stated as the arena number 97. So this week around, we have a 1v1 and also a 3v3. So 3v3 will be, I think, will remain active every day from now on. So let's kind of see what we have in store for us right here. So it will consist of both 1-on-1 and 3-on-3 matches over here. One-on-one matches will be in skill hack mode with no other restriction. In skill hack mode, EX skill attacks are weaker while all other attacks are stronger. So this time around, I mean, you can still use EX skill nonetheless if you guys have, like, let's say, powerful unit or powerful portrait in combination with some good EX skill. You guys can definitely still use it. I think the best strategy is just trying to finish up your enemy as fast as possible. Like, I really forgot how I did it last time. I know I used like a beam, like one of those beam struggling EXQ. I like to call them that. Like, I know that's not the accurate name of it, but that's how I kind of call them. I used one of those. It's like the Akaski backpack. I think that's what I used last time around, and I think that was pretty successful. I'm pretty sure this time around there should be some new strategy. I will definitely be testing things out, and for sure let you guys know what's going on in that regards. In terms of the 3-on-3 arena, have no restrictions, and you can reset the word. And if you set the word tag pro tag to operate the base during this arena, you can obtain more arena points. So for anyone who is going to be summoning for this week, you guys are going to be, let's say you guys are going to be summoning at least 10 parts in terms of I'm pretty sure they're only gonna count the new parts. So this week around, we have the Victory 2 Assault. If you guys summon for that unit, you guys will definitely get the most benefit points over here. So let's say, I'm pretty sure this ties to people who are gonna be summoned for at least 10 plus parts, because they have opened up 5 additional slot. So that we shall see how that actually goes, because I did actually summon on that banner once or twice. So I did get 2 parts, which is probably not going to be enough in terms of like getting a lot of like bonus point for say, but we'll see. Like once the 3-on-3 drops, I'll definitely make a video on it, like actually play through with you guys, because there won't be any, let's say, restriction. I can play that as many times as I want during that day, so we can definitely try things out and just kind of experiment a little bit as well. So going down a little bit over here, in terms of the 1v1 is kind of per usual, so not really going to talk too much about that. What about the 3v3? I want to see what that one is going to be about. Okay. In terms of the condition for joining the arena 3-on-3, you can join the arena by clearing up to story mission chapter 6. Reward for the 3-on-3. You can get 2 types of reward in league ranking reward distributed at the end of the arena, and league reward attainable daily depending on your league. You can attain both rewards by accessing the 3-on-3 page. Please check the arena screen about the rewards. So please note, 3-on-3. You can play arena multiple times in a day, but your opponent will not be updated. The opponent is updated at 1 p.m. so that's basically whatever reset time you guys are on. This just might happen to be because I'm in the Pacific Standard Time, so that's why my says 1 p.m. PST. So whatever time zone you guys are, don't that'll be whenever it'll get updated. This is basically like your normal login day. For example, if you start a battle before 1 p.m. that ends right after 1 p.m., it'll be counted towards the previous day only. Oh, that's actually good, because like in an instance where, let's say, oh, you forgot to play, for example, right, you want to hop into like a last match, and like, all right, maybe you lock your phone, whatever, and then you come around like, oh man, it's like 105 already. It's good to know that it's gonna count for previous days, so you can continue to play a new one that like right after you log in. Your league will be changed weekly depending on your arena points. League promotion, retention, and demotion will be decided decided depending on the ranking condition of your league while the 3-on-3 when the 3-on-3 arena ends. So I'm not sure. So it looks like we're not gonna be able to move up the league like let's say like in the old system. Once you hit like a certain point, you'll be able to get promoted from like A from like B to A and then A to like S and then to S. That's right. So so it looks like that we're not gonna be following the same system from just by reading that. So it might, I don't know. We'll actually see, right? Because like it seems that we are gonna be getting like good rewards every week. So I'm not sure if that is something gonna be reset for Samurai. So we will definitely see how it goes. I'm pretty intrigued to see how everything actually gonna plays out at the end of the day. But it's good to know that you can reset it multiple times. So we can, I should be able to do multiple testing with you guys just to see how like what kind of points we can kind of get. I'm pretty sure it should act the same way as we have like since we do have like a new update in terms of the creative mission. So I'm pretty sure it might look similar to that. So once you clear like a new set a new record, they'll just replace the one, something like that, I assume. On top of that, they also drop a new banner over here. So this time around, it's going to be a capital bonus step up, exclusive capsule available. They know that we all need capitals, and what did they want to do to compensate in terms of that, they're gonna add some capitals keys into step up banners over here, which I think is not the most genuine thing they could have done, but I mean I guess that could have been something. So I would say, well, in terms of this over here, let's actually hop over to the summoning page and just kind of talk about what kind of banner we have for this week. Okay, so now we are at the capsule page over here. So let's talk about like what kind of banner to really summon on, or is there any banner to really summon for this week. So I think at the end of the day, the most important question you guys need to be asking yourself, like, are there any specific part you guys are really looking for, so are there any means for you guys to summon on at the end of the day, right? Because this week around we do have like this new banner over here, the capsule bonus over here. Like, are you guys in like dire need some more capital? Like, do you guys have a lot of parts to upgrading? That's why you need capital. I think something you want to be asking yourself, like, is it the more the capital you guys need, the more the better? I can just kind of say that probably not. I think that is more of like an internal force that is really give you guys, because like if you see you have a lot of capital, you want to be using them immediately to like upgrade whatever stuff you guys are looking at. But you guys do have to consider the fact that you guys may be short on like, let's say, resources that you would need to upgrade stuff. So maybe that is like a sign for you to like, all right, I think it's really time to stop some sort of upgrading and just kind of recuperate what you guys have. So I think like even if you have capital sitting around, I don't think it might not be the best thing around. So this banner, I would say it really depends on what your situation is at. They do say that for every one of those key, it's gonna give you 15 million, which is good. But the cap we have currently, you can stock up on these for sure. But you can't. So you're gonna need around 8 to max out at, let's say, 90 million. So I would say you might have to do around 8 multi-summon, and then you have to ask, is that 8 multi-summons really worth it to farm up some capitals? That is gonna be a question you want to be asking yourself right there. So that is that for that banner. Now moving on to the Victory 2 banner over here. So this week around, this is going to be a standard week, and you know that in order to get the purple parameter gear, you guys need to be farming up a lot of those event points. And then in order to get more event points, you guys have to summon this very new banner, because this is the only part, or this is the only banner unit that is giving like extra bonus point to like quickly farm up those event point. That is going to be another question you would be asking yourself. Is this going to be like a long-term grinding project? Because like we might be getting the same event point achievement next week. So next week is going to be a standard week, or standard week. No. Next week is going to be a SoCal week. So would you rather say whatever horror ships you have to, let's say, chance some summoning for next week? I think that should be the better best case scenario, because this one is going to be a standard unit at the end of the day. So the let's say the incentives to summon it is extremely low in my opinion, because you can just kind of basically pick it up within a month later on. I think someone on this banner is really a player who have good enough of like, let's say, horror chips. Someone who can ultimately afford to buy some power chips, so they don't really mind summoning for that. They will rather take the chance of like, all right, I need those bonus points. I need to immediately form those programmer gear. So that is gonna be like another take you guys should be considering. Like, are you guys like a fast-paced grinder that really need those points immediately? So that is gonna be another question you want to be asking yourself. Then on top of that, these two banner, I'm just gonna blindly say nope, because those are standard unit that you can just kind of pick them up, or you can basically summon for them if you guys have a lot of these. They have been giving out, like these coupons over here. So I will highly suggest not even trying for these two banners down below. These are just no. In terms of some revived banner over here, I would say these two unit, they have extra lot already, but there are certainly still some good parts that you want to be looking at for sure. Uh, let's kind of start things off with the narrative C packs over here. I think the most usable part, I think the versatile is probably going to be the beam saber. The beam saber actually gives, let's see, the beam saber actually gives a S attribute EXQ cooldown by 20%. So this is definitely a part that people will want in terms of like trying to build out the S type 100% cooldown. So this is a pretty good part. On top of that, the leg. I think the leg is still pretty good to this day. If you guys don't really care too much about like the overall stats. The second portrait actually does give another, I believe, another EXQ power boosting or shooting power boosting. So that can be a pretty decently part you guys can be using for sure. Obviously, in terms of overall stat, the narrative C packs have definitely fallen off. You know, I don't think it's even making it up to like the 5,000 range if I want to recall right now. I think, yeah, that's that, right? So I think those are probably my two recommendations. The cycle frame does actually has its own benefit. It's also going to raise your melee defense. It's going to raise your, let's say, resistance. After alteration, it's going to get a little bit better. But I think when you guys are using these types of awakening skills, this is only to yourself. Keep that in mind. So you're going to be a little bit selfish, not really benefiting the whole squad. So that's going to be a problem, you know. I think at the end of the day, you want to synergize with your overall like teammate as well. Like let's say a crew member. When you guys are running those like daily crew missions. So I don't think this one is going to be too beneficial. Even if you do want to use this, there's going to be so many, let's say, stuff you want to be relying on as well. Let's say some buff effect skills that dramatically increase whatever effects this one is giving. So that can be like a way to kind of like incentivize, not incentivize, but like how to increase the what kind of like effects this one is giving out, or you can build this in a manner that it's gonna be like a defensive type build. So you're gonna have portrait that kind of like reduces like your enemy EXQ power or melee slash shooting power. So in that way, that will kind of make this kind of EXQ a lot more better. But all in all, I would feel like this is generally not a good EXQ or awakening skill to be using, because you can never survive a custom EXQ with these types of awakening skill unless you do have like that really perfect build or that really optimal build where you can kind of take unit. So that is that. I don't really have too many other recommendations for the C packs right here. So all in all, I would say these two are just not good, because we can just kind of look at the drop rate squad. They're just not good. 16% across the board is nope, not really gonna cut it. In terms of the X model, I don't really remember if there's any really good parts. I think the only good parts I would say that is genuinely good is gonna be the backpack. The backpack does have some pretty high melee attack after alteration. Does have a pretty cool animated custom or like a semi-custom EX skill, so that can be a good benefit as well. It's gonna be the same structure from the top end as well, so this is pretty bad overall rate. I think this week around we are going to be getting the material C, so that is something you guys are looking for. That is going to be a horse roasted there, so you guys can pick out like, whoops, let me kind of go back into the page. So if you guys are dedicated to get some material C for, let's say, some build project unit, that is going to be a tough choice. I think if that is the case, I'll definitely say farm this like someone for this one over here, so you guys can at least try to farm up some of those parameter gears, or you guys would completely lack of capital. This top banner is definitely going to be it. But like I said again, you guys really have to pick and choose which banner is going to be more beneficial to you to increase like your playability of the game. how it's going to benefit you, that is going to be more of like a personal stuff to me. But all I can do is just kind of recommend like how I view those banners, like how they can benefit players. By all means, like you can just completely skip out this week if you guys don't really care about the BTOC, or you guys don't really care about any of the build project by any means. So that being said, that should be pretty much it. Just going over what we have for this week, in terms of Thursday night update over here. So with that being said, that should be pretty much it. And then I'll catch you guys all on the next one.